What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, so we're going to take a look at the top 5 instant impact newcomers for the Tennessee Volunteers in 2023. Tennessee wasn't super active in the transfer portal. They did add some key pieces that I think are definitely going to help them this upcoming season. We're actually going to start with a true freshman. Yes, it's the quarterback, Nico Milton, and hopefully I said that right. I've been trying to practice the pronunciation. But this is a guy that, of course, comes in with a ton of hype. He was the number 3 player in the country, according to 24/7 Sports, number 2 quarterback in the country. Now, I know there are some out there that believe he's going to be the starting quarterback at some point, that he's going to be the guy for Tennessee. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that Milton will be the guy for them, but you add some competition in there, and I don't necessarily think that he's going to make a huge impact on the field, but just having him there in case something does happen to Joe Milton, let's say he gets injured or whatever, and just giving him some competition in fall camp, I think that's going to make him better. And so I think this is a guy that, yes, he's the future for Tennessee, but I think he makes an impact kind of off the field this year and maybe sees the field. Maybe they need him. Who knows how it's going to play out. Again, I think Joe Milton's going to do great for them this year. But this is definitely a player that could have an impact on Tennessee football this year. Maybe on the field, maybe not. But I think he will be a big-time addition to this roster. Let's just put it that way. Number 4, Gabe Judy Lolley, the transfer cornerback from BYU. He had 47 tackles last season. Also broke up 7 passes, I should say. But he actually played at Vanderbilt before BYU. In 2021, he was at Vanderbilt, had an interception. It's a guy that is a veteran. Again, 2 years of experience, one in the SEC playing at Vandy. And it's a guy with a lot of size. He's like 6'2", so it gives him a lot of length, a lot of size at that cornerback position. I don't know that he necessarily starts for them, but he adds, again, a veteran presence. He adds depth to that secondary, which is something they really needed last year. And I think they're in much better shape this season, especially at that cornerback position. So I think he's a big addition to this secondary. Again, may not start, but he's going to play, and I think he's going to be a big time impact player for them, again, on defense. And we'll stick with the defense. Keenan Peely, linebacker, also coming from BYU. This is a guy with a ton of experience. Has played several years there at BYU. Last season had 62 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, broke up a pass, had a forced fumble, had a fumble recovery as well. And it's, again, a veteran presence that's really going to help this defense. You look at him and then Aaron Beasley. That's a nice combo at that linebacker position. Maybe Arian Carter also gets into the mix, a true freshman. He did not quite make it into the video because I do think Peely will be the starter. But we're talking about an instant impact freshman that's going to play this year. Maybe it's Arian Carter at linebacker, or maybe even Ethan Davis at tight end. There are some freshmen that will play. I don't know if any of them will start this year, and that's why, again, we're mostly going with transfers. But I think Peely will be a big-time addition to this team, to help this defense out, and an area where they really needed some help there at linebacker. Number 2, John Campbell Jr., another veteran presence on this team. Figures to probably start at left tackle. He's a 6th-year senior, had 17 starts at Miami. And that was another area of need. They needed to shore up that tackle position. You get a veteran guy in here. They're not going to be quite as talented there as they were last year, but still, I think he will definitely come in and play, probably start, and again help this offensive line out. It's one of the few question marks, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because when you look at Tennessee, they're absolutely loaded on offense. But this is, again, a big-time addition to help them out, give them that veteran presence on the offensive line. And then finally, we go with Dante Thornton, wide receiver, transfer from Oregon. Last year didn't put up huge numbers, only 17 catches, but he had 366 yards. That comes out to 21.5 yards per reception. He's a big play threat. Only had 1 touchdown. I'm going to go ahead and say right now he'll have more than 1 touchdown in this Tennessee offense. He's got a lot of size, pretty good speed for a taller player, and he's going to be, I think, be a big-time red zone threat for Tennessee. They've got a lot of speed at the wide receiver position. but they don't have that really big body guy. You know, Brew McCoy's a nice size player, but Thornton gives you that really big body that can maybe go up and get a catch a jump ball. He was a big time athlete coming out of high school. So I think the red zone threat there, the big play threat, he might be their 4th best receiver this year, but I still think he's going to make a big impact. And we know Tennessee likes to throw the football and spread it around. So I think Dante Thornton will make a huge impact for Tennessee this upcoming season, a big addition to this roster. What do you guys think? Who are your 5 biggest newcomers for this upcoming season? Is there somebody I left off the list you think should be on here, or maybe you're not as high on some of these players? Give me your thoughts down in the comments below.